work here at All Seasons Express Seasonal Logistics. I'm going to be going over the paperwork with you so that you understand what the expectations are while you are on the flower load. So we're going to start with the load envelope and what's in it and how to read the cover sheets. So this is one of our load envelopes. This is a diagram of the trailer. So every stop here, or every square here, is one of the racks loaded on the trailer. So you'll see this stop here is your first stop, and it has 2 racks. The second stop is stop B. It has 4 racks, and so on and so forth throughout the load. The first thing you want to know about the load envelope is your load number. If you call in and you have questions, we may ask you what load number you are on. So your load number is going to be right here. You can do the 1180, or we will hand write on an ASE load number, which will be in this area here. You can give us either one of those numbers. Your ASE load number will be a 6-digit number that starts with the letter or the number 2. The other thing to watch is at the bottom of the load envelope, you will see there is an option here. It says drop and swap. We have a couple different options. You'll see drop and swap, which means you're dropping these carts. You're going to pick up the carts that are at the customer. A drop and backtrack means you're going to drop those carts. You're going to turn around, you're going to go all the way through, you're going to get to the end, turn around and come back and get those same carts. And then we'll have a drop and back haul freight, which is just a one-way load. So you're just going to deliver the racks that are on the truck. Another thing to watch for is here we'll have little stop notes. So it'll often have the time for your first delivery or any cart notes. There will also be some here in the load comments. Just watch those notes because they usually have delivery times, or this one here says drop A is okay to night drop. So there's just different notes to help you along through your route. Inside the envelope, you will have all of your bills. So each envelope is labeled to coordinate with the stop on the envelope. So for example, it says drop A 2 racks. This one says drop B 4 racks. So if you look on your envelope here, you can see drop A has 2 racks, drop B has 4. They also have the names. So this stop has your customer name, Jim Melka. The second one is a Whitmore Ace. Those names coordinate with what is on your invoices. So each envelope has a certificate of quarantine for the plants. You leave this certificate with the customer, and it also has 2 copies of the invoices. So 1 copy is yours and 1 copy stays with the customer. We need the signed copy back. We need the originals back. So make sure you get a signed copy. If you are night dropping, you're gonna write on here night drop. You're gonna leave a copy on the cart and you're gonna bring a copy back. For your delivery addresses, you always wanna use the address that is on your bills. Later I will be talking about our rack tracking program. You will also get a sheet that looks like this in your envelope, which is for tracking racks. This has addresses, but sometimes they're wrong, so always deliver off this address that's on your bills. Sometimes the bills will have a COD DNU. This means cash on delivery, do not unload. So this customer, you can bring the racks to the tail of the gate for the customer, let them inspect them, but don't put them on the ground until you have a check. If the customer says that they've already paid, just give a call to the office and we will check, because sometimes they do pay by a credit card to our main office, and we will verify that and give you the okay to go ahead and unload. Your envelope also has this paper. This here is a picture of a cart tag. This is on each of the carts, and it will coordinate to your cart numbers on here. So each of the carts on the front of your envelope are numbered. It's got stop A, but then it also says cart 2 and cart 3. So this number here will be your cart number. This is your drop number, and then this is your load number. Also has the customer's name. So just so you know, to double check the cart tags as you're pulling them off, make sure you're bringing them to the right stop, the right cart number, and you're going to the right customer. If you deliver racks to the wrong store, it's your responsibility to go back and get those racks and deliver them to the correct store. So if for some reason you accidentally drop the wrong cart, we're gonna send you back. Always double check the cart tag with your bills. Also in the envelope is you will find some instructions. This again is the rack tracking system. So we'll go over that in another section. You will find the trailer inspection report. So if you have any issues on your trailer, please fill this out, put it back in your envelope, and turn it in at the end of the trip. There is also a little instructional sheet here that tells you the expectations of the flower load. So going through this, before you leave, you want to make sure that you understand the paperwork. You want to make sure you understand the My Logistics. You want to get liftgate cables. You want to have liftgate training. Make sure your reefer unit, if you have one for your flower load, is set at 65 degrees, and make sure your trailer has 2 straps. We do charge a $150 cable rental fee that is refunded to you when you return the cables to us. The expectations on the road, we expect check calls, 2 check calls. Please call in at 8 a.m. or 7:30ish and 2:30ish and let us know where you're at. You're in your ETA to your next stop. If you're having issues on the road, you can call in at any time, of course, and help you then. If you come to a customer after hours and you would like to night drop the product, we only have a select amount of customers that let us do that, so do not drop anything without calling the office for authorization, and make sure we give you the okay. In order to night drop, it has to be above 45 degrees no matter what. So just don't drop anything after hours unless you've been told it's okay. This is to avoid damages. Okay, let's talk about damages. If you have damages or shortages or a customer that just doesn't like the product and wants to return it, please give a call to the office. We'll instruct you. Sometimes it's just a small shortage. The customer will count and you'll be 10 flats short or 10 baskets short. We'll just instruct you to mark the bills accordingly and move on. If there's a bigger issue, such as you dropped a rack or something like that, please always call. Call with all issues, even small shortages, so that we're aware, but especially the big ones. So on flower loads, you head out with 30 loaded racks. We need you to come back with 30 empty racks. If you are short of 30 racks, please call the office immediately so we can plan and get you new stops or extra stops so that you can get the racks that you need to return. If you do not come back with 30 racks, you will be deducted unless you have other authorization from the office. So if we can't find you 30 racks to come back with, we will give you an authorization code. So you'll write that on your paperwork, and then we will not deduct anything, but you do need to communicate with the office about the shortage of the racks. When you return to the hub with your 30 racks, you need to put them in doors 30 through 38. You lower the lift gate, open the doors, and back into the dock. Make sure to turn in your paperwork. You can put everything back into the envelope. So all of your signed copies of the bills go back into the envelope. If you are missing a POD or you did not get a signature on a POD, we will fine you for that. So please make sure that you have all your signed copies back into your envelope. You're going to put back into the envelope the trailer inspection report if you had anything to report. And then turn your envelope into the office or one of the drop boxes.